Hi, Soul Family. We're gonna do our nighttime reading. What we're listening to right now in the background is positive energy, miracle healing frequency, ancient frequency music to detox your heart. Isn't that awesome? And right now I'm gonna put the link in because you guys have to all see this. Oh gosh, it's taking me where you know where you want to be. You know, oh, and it feels like that. I'm gonna show you guys. Wow. You know what's amazing is when it started, I looked up and saw my first 2 totems for the reading. Let's see if you see yours. So many freaking cords. Okay. Just let the sound. Do you see the polar bear? Oh, it looks like up the coast of British Columbia. That was the first totem I saw. You might be coming out of a difficult situation and going into a situation you might not be aware of or sure of, so walk gently on your path. And look at the bear. Look at that bear. But you know what? At first I saw a bear, I really did. And now that I look at it, I see something different. Wow, I see a beautiful white fox. Do you see her? She's gorgeous. Look at my forest. Oh my gosh. Look how much fun. The creeks, the rivers, something about the rivers and me. Well, I mean, that's where I grew up, but it's the rivers that call me. It's not the sea, it's the rivers. Isn't that interesting? I've recognized that. Because that's where I played when I was a little girl in Blue Pool. And look at when the trees change colors, how beautiful. Every season, I see faces in the tree leaves. Do you see them? There's a baby crying, and there's a wolf. Oh my gosh. And there's a mermaid. Look at her. There's her hair with the flowers. Oh my God, then she turns into a deer at the other end. Oh my gosh. And now I see a crab. Do you see the crab? And a giraffe. There's the giraffe running, and the horse is to the right. See the lightning bolt on the top of the horse. I don't ever get tired of this. It's the way it is when I go hiking too. I'll be on my way and I'll get to a certain distance and I'll think, okay, I'll just go to there. And then I get there and I want to go a little further because look, what's over there? That! Wow! Right? Okay, I'm not gonna do the whole freaking thing, but oh my God. I swear that this is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn it down a little bit because I'm gonna be way distracted because I'm gonna keep looking at it. But I thought that would be good to play in the background. Today, our items to choose from, the first item that you can choose from are the angel wings. My friend Rocky Norris, his mother just passed into spirit, and he's having a hard time dealing with it. And my friend Misty Stevens, her mom too, having a hard time with that. And oh God, the pictures are amazing. When I look at this, this is me walking. Hold on. Just imagine your fingertips touching the tops. And every time I see something like this, I think of somebody going back into spirit. They're walking, and on their way out, they're touching nature that they love so much. They're touching it one last time. They're looking at it as they fly up above. Because it's different. Look at the alligator. Do you see it sleeping, or it's a crocodile? Which one has the least amount of bumps? That's what that one is. It's different when they're in spirit. We only get this opportunity. This, oh God. Look. Kestrel. Falcon. Symbol of endurance and ultimate victory. I'm gonna keep doing this. Look at my nose is already red. So as they're walking through and they're touching the last of the land, and my mother, she went off as an eagle and she took a sweep over Horseshoe Bay, where my Auntie Elaine lived, her best friend. She went there to say goodbye before she went up. And my Auntie Elaine saw her come in, and she circled that bay that we spent so much time in, where she grew up. And the message is this: don't waste any time. Look. We get to have these here. This is the only place where we have these beautiful animals, and we need to take care of them. And we need to love them. Look at them. You need to pay attention to them and recognize, look at the beauty, look at the psychic antennae on that sentient being, that beautiful royal stag. Are you connecting with that energy right now? We can't waste time being sad. We need to do this. We need to get out and walk. Let our feet feel that. Smell that mist. Can you smell it? I can smell it. Fresh. Cleansing. God, that's such a beautiful area. So we can't waste our time being mad and being sad. We came here to fulfill our life's purpose, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. But as we do it, we can make it sad. We can make the hard parts last a lot longer and shorten the good parts. So catch yourself when you want to get somebody back. Catch yourself when you want to push their buttons because they hurt you, right? You want to make them sweat. In all reality, you really don't want to make them sweat. You just want them to come and put their arms around you. And for it to be okay, right? You just want there to be no more sadness and no more fighting. But that can't happen without our cultivating those thinking teachings. Look at this owl. She's sleeping right now. You see her. She's listening. She doesn't have to see right now. We don't always have to see. What we need to do is feel. Feel your way. That energy, that vibration. We get silly and we let our pride get in the way, and I'm not gonna make it that easy. I'm gonna make them suffer. I'm gonna make them work for this, right? My mom came to me in a dream and she warned me a long time ago. She said, don't do what I did. Don't push him away. He loves you. Forgive him. My mom felt that exact same way and loved my father very, very much. But he hurt her, and she was angry, and she hadn't worked through all of her anger issues, and she kept pushing him away to punish him. Her intention, oh, I was right. Look, a white fox. Oh my God. That's my totem right now. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, and look, wait, look. What you probably didn't see. Look who's watching her. That's her guy right behind her. He's right next to her. She's probably not aware of it. That could be the one that you're fighting with. The one that you love and that loves you. That could be your one in spirit that just went. So don't think, feel, Don't think about it. How does it feel to you? What is the truth of the matter when you get away from your ego and I'm not gonna look like a fool, I'm not gonna crawl, I'm not gonna bow down, I'm not gonna play that game. I don't have to go there. When you know very well there's nowhere else that you're meant to be. No one else can fill that spot. But you play games and you make it longer. More time for the sadness and the pain and not enough of that. Walking in the forest and playing and laughing and sharing these magical sunsets. I share them all with you. I would much rather share them with the love of my life. So, these angel wings, it's a message. I don't know, what does it mean for you? I always thought these were Archangel Michael's wings. But they're my wings. They're mine. What would love say? What would love do? Do that. Right? No matter what, do that. So for those who chose air element, the wings. For those who chose fire element, leopard, or cheetah, or panther, snow leopard. What do you see? Do you see an S? Do you see a 2? Do you see or a 5? I guess it's backwards, right? I'm looking and it goes different. Whatever it is for you, that will be fire. For water element, mermaid spa. Do you need to connect more with the sounds of the whales and the dolphins? That will direct you more on your soul's path. Do you need to connect to your Lemurian crystals? Your soul tribe, your star family? Do you need to connect to the greatest conductor of energy on this planet, the ocean? Or do you just need to give yourself a spa day? What does this mean for you? I don't see her just going with the flow. I see her rising up to meet what's coming. She's elevated. She's love and she's healing and she's growth. Oh, I look over and I see all the doves. But they weren't doves, they were pigeons. And because they're not white, does that make them less beautiful than the dove? Pigeons have rainbow colors, they're beautiful colors. But people don't give them as much credit as they do the white dove. The dove stands for harmony, peace, soulmate connections, right? Pausing, extending an olive branch. But the pigeon, think about somebody being a pigeon. A pigeon always knows to come home. And you know that the pigeon represents love. The dove has always been the symbol of love and peace for many, many years, but people don't realize that pigeons also represent love, but they also represent sacrifice. People that have the pigeon totem are loving and kind, and they've got a lot of understanding about the difficulties that this life brings to us. They've probably been around a while, probably old souls, right? In the deck, Shapeshifters, that's the deck we're going to use, I guess. Shapeshifters, I didn't know that. The pigeon was taking the girl for a ride, but not in a bad way. Because I got that message today. Somebody's fighting with their intuition. They're fighting with their heart. Their head and their heart is arguing because of pain. And they don't know what to believe. Is this person gonna take me for a ride? Yep. On your best adventure yet. Pigeons are very friendly. They're always around people, right? They are both divine, even though one is white and the other with the multicolors. It makes sense to me. White, purity, hope, innocence. But the rainbow is, the dove is the one that reminds you that even after a very, very difficult time, there's still hope and something beautiful is going to come. The rainbow promises that, and when the dove flies up, he says, I'm here to deliver your rainbow. Doves and pigeons represent going on a journey to find your way home. And that's what the message about pigeon was for me. They always know how to find their way home. And for those who chose the earth elements, it's my babe, my snow leopard, my cheetah, my panther, my team, salt of the earth, grounded, goodness. Joyful. I'm looking at hearts and music notes and leaves falling. Okay, we got them all, right? So, I said the shapeshifters, right? I told ya, I do these at night because I never know what's gonna happen with me. I always think that I'm starting out and it's gonna be just a real easy. Oh, I look up again and there's the deer. It's a mama deer and a baby deer. And then she shows me the white fox again. The fox is about playfulness and adaptability and camouflage, the art of camouflage. That fox first showed up in the water. I saw the fox in the water. To others it might just have looked like water, but I saw the fox in the water. And then sure enough, in the end, you saw the white fox. So trust what you pick up ahead of time because you're seeing a vision of something. You're being shown something. Maybe my fox is emotional. I am. In our water element at this moment, possibly, right? Camouflaging themselves because they're dealing with something. Camouflage is a way to hide the truth of what's happening. We don't want to do that, even though it feels safer to wear a mask. The white fox symbolizes stealth, cunning, persistence, like the kestrel that showed up. The Arctic fox, it's not a wonder that I see the white fox because that's the one that's in the snow. Frozen emotion. Feeling out in the cold, maybe. I don't want you to feel out in the cold. It doesn't feel good. I've been freezing in here. I didn't have gloves, but tonight I'm gonna sleep with gloves on my hands. There's no heat in this room. That what you're hearing right now is this horrible heater, and I can't just leave it on because it doesn't turn itself off, and it only blows hot air for a while and then it starts blowing cold air, which makes it worse. And there's no insulation in here, it's all windows. So I was literally laying last night and this morning with my hands under my butt to keep my hands warm. They were so cold. I had 5 pairs of socks on and I slept with a sweatshirt and sweatpants on. Tonight I'm wearing gloves. It's ridiculous. So this white fox is feeling the cold. She doesn't like it. If I don't like it, then someone else in my life wouldn't like it either. right? The fox is adaptable. They know how to handle extreme climates, but why should we have to? Right? You can handle it. Can you handle it? You can't handle it? Yeah, I can handle it. Okay, we don't have a problem, do we? Yeah, we do. We have a problem. Because why should we have to handle it? Why does it have to be rough? Why does it have to be a fight? Why does it have to be competitive? It doesn't. It can be really, really nice and beautiful. The fox is telling you to utilize all your resources, the seen and the unseen. I would say use your energy. I spoke to one of my clients today, and he's got a situation. He loves this woman so much, but she's afraid. She's afraid of letting him see her body, and so she delays it. And I started thinking about my twin's body. I love his body. He's very slim. It's perfect. I'm not. But you know, when you look at somebody and you love them, that they're perfect to you, right? So we need to do that for ourselves. We need to love ourselves. And I said, you know, she's having a hard time with her body. And so if you could talk to her, not while she's awake, not literally, but right now, when you get off the phone with me, talk to her and tell her what you think of her body and what you think of her. Talk to her the way you know how to express yourself, because women hear it differently than men. But you're going to be talking to her about how you feel about her, what you want to do with her, what when you see her body, it makes you feel like. That love. Man, I told him, you know, he wants to get intimate. That's what he's thinking about all the time. And I said, you know, a lot of times women, we misunderstand that because we've been taught the wrong way. That's how a man shows his affection. Now, they can learn to show it in other ways, but that is a primal example. We've got freaking wild animals here, right? The first need is to procreate. The second is to feed themselves. It's almost in that order. Sometimes it flips. Food, sex, food, sleep. That's it, right? But that's not the truth of it. And so sometimes women get their feelings hurt because the man will come across quite carnal. And she's thinking, well, couldn't it have been a little more gentle? Maybe it wasn't that, you know, get into the moment. Maybe you got to learn about timing. When's a good time, right? But I said, talk to her. She won't know what you're saying. It doesn't matter. All you know and all she knows is that you're getting more and more turned on thinking about her. It's not anyone else. It's not sex. It's her. He doesn't want anybody else. He wants her. He loves her. And I said, and he says, I tell her all the time, her body is beautiful. I love every inch of her. And I said, she doesn't believe you. So you need to tell her until she believes you. But you can't sit in her room and tell her. But you can sit every time you think about her, and whenever you start feeling sad or feeling like this is taking forever and then she's never going to warm up. I've had somebody that's had snow on his nose for many, many years, trying to warm to the touch. And as you're loving her and loving on her body and thinking about being with her, your vibration, your heart chakra is exploding. Your vibration is emanating from you, and it's going towards her. And as you speak to her and love her that way, you're healing her. Those vibrations, they come into her. She doesn't know why she's feeling the way she's feeling, but all of a sudden, she's not so paranoid. She's not so worried about this, that, or the other. Don't know why it doesn't bother me so much anymore. Because someone's loving you just the way you are. You don't have to be like your brother, like your sister, like your mother, like your father, like your uncle, like your aunt, like anybody. You just have to be yourself. You don't have to camouflage yourself and stay in extreme temperatures, either very, very hot or very, very cold, because both of those are fear, right? You want to get to the nice warm place or the hot, steamy, passionate place, but you don't want to hang out in the cold, and you don't want to hang out in the anger. So with the white fox, be stealthy and cunning and persistent in order to bring about a change in this situation, right? Correct neutrality on all levels for those who chose the wings. He's like, I can do that. I think about her all the time. And as I was talking to him, we got a message right then. The one you love is thinking of you right now. And I said, of course she is. And then Spirit showed me by the next messages that came out. You should see the pictures. I think I'm going to show you. I think I'll work with those. Work with those now. Work with those now. Wow, we got 3 cards. I'll do one more and I'll bring that out. But just the pictures that came out, I could tell what was happening, that the vibration, it was going to her. And I said, you talking about her, just you and I talking about her right now and what you're thinking in your head. He tries to be polite, right? He's like, I don't want to be inappropriate, but, and I'm like, you don't have to explain it to me. You don't have to say anything to me. I'd rather you not. Keep it in your own head, right? It's more powerful that way. And then aim it right at her. Okay. We've got our messages for everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's... Actually, I'll do it this way. I don't want to choose. I'll let Spirit choose. Which one of these goes to the wings? That one. Which one goes to the mermaid? Which one goes to the... blue jay? And me. Okay, you all have your own reasons for why you chose what you chose. And the other deck was the Universal Love deck. Wasn't that deck? What deck was it? You know, I watch other readers. Not a lot of them. No, I do. I watch other readers, and it's right in front of me. They don't cry. They don't get emotional like I do. But I don't teach like anybody else, right? That's how I teach, telling stories, allowing my emotions to come out, so that you can actually recognize that you're connecting with somebody who's connecting to Spirit, who's connecting to you, right? And that it's okay. You can be a hot mess. You're delivering a message. I'm not worried about it at all. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the wings. I had to change the screen because I would have kept looking at them. It goes on for a whole night long. I'll be watching that tonight. Wow. I saw that. The moon tree. So, I'm getting a message. It's my twin's message. He may not. He does know. So I guess we're starting with the J. He wanted to be heard. If you look at this, the first of the game was a message from afar. You're receiving a message from afar. Do you see the man embracing the woman? His head, his arms, her long hair, she's laying back. Do you see the Kundalini arising? The phoenix? You're receiving a message from afar. It's a gateway that's opened. Do you see that blue eye? It's the mystic calling you. Speaking of forgiveness. And you see as she walks with her dragon right next to her. She's learning how to walk with her dragon instead of letting her dragon go out of control. Remember I said the seer wasn't looking, she was feeling? Oh, here's the great Or now. Little Owelyn. This message says that you're going to get some information that you need, important information. It's going to come very, very easily. You don't have to go looking for it. Now, she's sitting in a pumpkin field, but when I first looked at that, to me it looks like she's sitting in our Father's hand. He's delivering a gift. You're going to have this information flow very easily to you, like an angel dropping a feather, just like that. It's going to come that simple. I don't know what kind of a message it'll be for you. It might be a hot idea, right? She's got a little bit of fire burning on top of her head. She's relaxed. So what I'm looking at is look at the size of her eyes, right? Like the seer. And now that seer is connecting. And that's the eye. It goes closer. Open up, I'm channeling you. Forgiveness, compassion, mercy, love, passion. Use your gifts, use your connection, use your energetic connection to heal and calm and bring about peace and understanding and your own wisdom. Be very, very careful about the words that you say and the words that you think, because we manifest those ones really easily. It's mostly the ones that we say that we forget about, you know, when we're angry or we're pissed off or we're making a joke. We say it, but I don't really mean it. But you said it, right? You said it. And then you let it go. And now you're gonna manifest it, so don't fuck it up. You have the ability to change situations. We can make it hard on ourselves, and we can make it easier on ourselves. Remember, we can make the hard part longer and the fun part shorter. And we may wonder, why is this taking so long? Well, what are you doing? What are you thinking? I can't push somebody to move faster, but I can help. I can help it move faster by practicing love, compassion, forgiveness, understanding, by using my gifts to channel love and healing. Love heals everything. Love heals bullies and angry people, and afraid people become less afraid. And we have the ability to do that. So whatever the wisdom is, maybe this is your wisdom. There may be something else that comes down. It's priceless when you get it. It's so easy. You know, I say to people all the time, pay attention to your animals. The osprey showed up today twice, but you know what? He wasn't the regular osprey that showed up, that's come to me for the last many years. He's younger. He's not the big one. He's smaller. He came 3 times today. Full circle completion. I kept looking at him thinking, you're much smaller. Because he's new. Because he's had a rebirth. The old one died. It doesn't mean that my osprey has died. He's been reborn and renewed. It's a rebirth that's happening, and rebirthing isn't easy for any of us. So the best that we can do is help one another go through our rebirthing, our grieving process, whatever it is that we have to deal with. One of the things that I said today, my friend who lost his mother, you know, everybody has the typical, and then it's always very difficult. You know, what do you say to somebody who's just lost their mother? You know how it feels, or maybe you don't. Maybe you've never been through it. maybe you don't want to think about it. I can't even look at pictures of Lily, my cat. I can't look at videos, there's no way. It upsets me. I don't look at pictures of my mom yet, really, either. So, he wrote, "Miss you, Mom, already. Almost tried to call you today by accident. We lay you to rest tomorrow. I love you, my beautiful mother." And he showed pictures of her laughing with his dad. Obviously, it looks like Christmas or New Year's. Oh, there's a beautiful picture of her. She looks like a pinup. She looks like my mom. And then when she was very old, the wedding ring, holding hands. And I thought, what am I gonna say? What do I say? I don't wanna, so I don't know. It just started to come out. I was inspired. I started thinking about, well, I'll share it with you. The opportunities that we have. It's tough when you reach out to call her. I would see something, hear something, or be told something, and I would literally begin to smile and laugh, and I would say, I gotta call Mom. And then it would hit that kick in the gut, or that deep wave of sadness. I learned quickly that when my higher self said, I gotta call Mom, that meant I gotta call Mom. And so I did, and I still do. My higher self is still connected to my loved ones and knows when they are trying to help, encourage, guide, or simply let me know how much they love me. So like I said with my twin, whatever he's going through, his higher self knows that I'm trying to help, love and encourage and heal. So we don't have to spend as much time, any more time in the sad part. I say to my mom and my grandma and my little sister, hey, you guys, calling on all low-flying angels. And I smile because I now see, hear, and know they're smiling and standing right next to me. My mom knows my heart. So does your loved one. It's hard now, and it won't stop being hard for a long time. I know. She's calling out right now. Yeah? This is Lily's daughter. Lily's the grandma, so this is the mom. Yeah? Do you want to come with me? What, honey? What? Go ahead. It's okay. You're okay. I'm okay. Here you go. So what happened was, she was worried about me, right? I just said, hey Mom, calling on all low-flying angels. And she connected to Willow. She said, hey, go get her attention, let her know. You gotta pay attention to your animals. They're giving you messages all the time. She knows my heart, and so does your loved one. It's hard now, and it won't stop being hard for a long time. We hold on too much to the physical to realize that we're hurting ourselves needlessly. It's not even just about death, right? It's about a fight, a misunderstanding, a distance. We get all caught up in the, what if? Oh, what if I do this and then I'll look stupid? Or what if they reject me? Or what if they don't understand? Or what if I can't think of the right words? What if I'm wrong? Does it feel like you are? We hold on too much to the physical. But we have human emotion for a reason. And it's very right to feel however we feel. My spirit cats. Hi, honey. Hi. Yeah. He's been through all of it with me. 15 years. So, come here, I'll give you snuggles if you come over here. Here you go. So we have human emotion for a reason, and it's very right to feel however we feel and allow ourselves to mourn. Even animals mourn. We were made that way for a reason. So much that we pick up and hold that is toxic for our own health. When humans cry in response to stress, sadness, grief, their tears contain a number of stress hormones and other chemicals. Researchers believe that crying could reduce the levels of these chemicals in the body, which could in turn reduce stress. So when you feel like crying, please don't hold back the tears. As you may often feel, you should. You know better. You're awakened. That's what I said to him. But then I decided that and he said, wow, how beautiful. And he says, what, thank you for that. And how did you come with that, up with that? And I said, I was inspired. They're all here. Hi. Hi, my sweet babies. So, we must make sure that we don't stay in a depressed and sad space for too long. For then we're giving our own power away. We must choose to live, as our loved ones want to see us live a full, happy life. They would never want us to remain in a space of sadness, isolation, loneliness, anger, guilt. It makes them happy to see us happy and thriving, enjoying all that we have to be grateful for. Life is precious. Precious, this is my precious. Yeah. You my baby? Are you my precious? Yeah, you are. Yeah. And not to be wasted foolishly, right? We can ask not only our Heavenly Father, Mother, archangels, and heavenly team to help us release the pain and sadness and move forward, but we can ask our loved ones themselves, the ones who have gone into spirit, to help us release them into the light and leave us filled with wonderful memories, loving energy, happy thoughts, and feelings. In truth, you can help many grieve in a healthy way as you lean on your past loved ones and your spiritual team to help you see the correct way. See how we help heal each other? We help one another through our loss or your loss. Another can learn to lift themselves up and decide to live and love once again. Asking for much love and comfort to fill, surround, and be with you and all who knew and loved your loved one. And then somebody's bringing attention to something else that I did today. Has someone left you crying in your pillow? Crying in your beer? Has your partner ripped you off? Literally stolen from you when you carried him forever? Has your friend stabbed you in the back when you always held their back? Has your lover walked off without a word, leaving you feeling like you were weekend leftovers? Has your boss treated you like an infant and given that pretty boy ass kisser? Or the office slut, the job that you did the work for? Have they stolen your ideas and claimed them as their own? Do they smile at your face and talk behind your back, try to undermine your work, your path? Claim your ideas as their own. Are you ready to let it go? All of it? Really? Because I am. So this is how we do it. Get it all out. Dance, sing, until your heart starts beating. Keep doing it until you forget what you're singing about and you start enjoying the feeling of your body moving to the rhythm and your chakra starts spinning. Clear it out, all of it. Your vibration, rise it. There you go. This is my 12th time with just that one song. Spirit said, get your ass up and move. Act now, and I did. So I said, whatever song comes on the radio, that's what needs to be dealt with. So let's hear what it is. You know what? So I think it's interesting that what came on at first was static. Static is just noise, right? It's nothing. It's just noise. Mind chatter. It's not real. It's static energy. That's what needs to be released. The static. It's energy. It's toxic energy. So I got up there and I started dancing, right? What the song was, you know, aren't you the one that tried to break me with goodbye? But the person starts, you know, they're coming back around. The person's got their life back together, and don't show up. Don't come now. You know, don't show up. That was not to my twin. That was to someone else that need not show up. right? I've moved past that. I know who my twin is. That came up, I guess, because maybe that needed to be clarified. So, this little Owelyn feather, I mean, you've gotten a lot of information just now, but there's something else. Oh, I can't tell you what it felt like when that great horned owl landed right next to me. I couldn't get over it. It was, I couldn't speak. I was just, it was amazing. So, right now, understand that the wisdom of the owl is with you. For those who chose this one, and I have, right? You're gonna get messages. You'll see owls, you'll see an all blinking eye. I see them in the forest all the time. I see them everywhere, right? Sometimes people might think you're a featherhead, not to be taken seriously, and they couldn't be further from the truth, right? You are a sage. And they're telling you something that's really beautiful. I don't know why I didn't think of this when I first understood why they chose to put all these together over here. This is going to help you. This message coming from afar, from the mystic, asking you to open up, channel, and feel the love and forgiveness, understanding and compassion. In matters of justice, you will be triumphant. Karmic justice. That's one of your messages. Now, sometimes we have the wrong idea about what justice is. It doesn't necessarily mean that you win. It's karmic justice. Wow, look at that. The tower's gonna fall, okay? That's the message. Your tower's gonna fall. Something's gonna happen. It might knock you off your feet. But there is karmic justice being played out at this time, and you will be victorious. You might need a little help to get you back up on your feet. Or maybe not. They've underestimated you. Sometimes we underestimate ourselves. You will become triumphant in matters of justice with very little effort at this time. Because you're being blessed. I called on all low-flying angels and everybody came in here. Look at Mary came again, my baby. Because my spiritual twin is my guardian angel. I think I've spoken to you guys about that before. If you don't have your twin soul in the physical, they are your guardian angel. But if you do have them in the physical, they are also your guardian angel. They may not consciously be aware of their duties at the time, because they do still have human bodies, but mine is aware because he's a mystic. And he's asking me to channel him. And he's asking me, don't worry, be happy. Do you see the happy face? Smiling? You're also being spoken to from your loved one in spirit, your ascended master or masters. They're sending you a message. And they're telling you that you're doing a really good job. You're doing your part. And your guardian angel is doing their part. But we're also doing our part. And they're telling you that we want you to have the courage to live your dream. What is your dream? You need to have the courage to do it. You need to allow your soul. Don't push away what your soul is longing for. Be yourself and do what your heart asks you to do. Feel it, right? This is about living, speaking, breathing, and being authentic. truthfully who you are. Everything we go through is helping us ascend. And it's not fun a lot of the times, you know? But it makes us have compassion for other people. Once we have been through something like that, now you understand what it felt like, right? Show compassion for people that that don't have as much as you do. And I'm thinking about as you walk your way out of this world, you remember then how very loved you are. But wouldn't it be better to remember that now? That you're loved unconditionally no matter what. You must stay in contact with your highest self and with your heavenly team. They remind us of that. I wonder if we'll look back when we're back up in spirit and look down at ourselves, telling this story. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the mermaid spa, water element. You might ask why. Well, you might not ask, but I'll explain it. Jay, why would I choose that as earth element? Because that's the Empress and the Emperor. They're all the kings and all the queens all together. They're not just one element. So, for those who chose the mermaid spa, holy shit. I know who chose it just by looking at the cards. Tantric Union. Once upon a midnight dreary. Do you have something you want to say? Something's made you sad. You've got a blank sheet of paper in front of you, and your eyes are full of tears. It's a full moon outside. Are you going to release all the things that do not work for you any longer? Why are you going to keep yourself in this prison, this mental prison? Look at the prison blues. Stockings, striped stockings. When you carry your own key around your neck, you know how to unlock the door to get yourself out. Hi, baby. I know, you know how to unlock the door. So right now, Spirit says, once upon a midnight dreary, as you have the ravens all around you, you have raven wings yourself, which means you are the magician. You have all of the tools that you need. You're wearing your lapis lazuli cuff around your wrist. Do you see that? You're up in a tower, a gilded tower, but you're not happy. Sadness or depression, worry. Look at, you can read the expression, right? I don't know what to say. I can't think of anything. Nothing's coming to mind. Because you're thinking too hard. You're not supposed to think, you're supposed to feel, right? What does this make you feel? Tantric Union. Look at the vibration between the two. They become one. Look how peaceful. Touch says a lot more than words. You just need to be in that energy, right? So you might be also, because everything goes across the board. You know, maybe it's not a love affair. Maybe it's not a fight with your family. Maybe it's that I need to write a song, or I'm expected to get this out. I had a creative block. Nothing's coming out. It's normally so easy, it just flows for me, but nothing's coming out. Well, the ravens are trying to talk to you. They're trying to pay attention to when you see a raven. What's going on? Where did you see it? Were the words along with it? Should we look and see if a raven pops up? Keep calm. Keep calm, and there's an anchor. Somebody's in the hospital. So this is what came up for me. Fireflies are facing extinction due to habitat loss, pesticides, and artificial light. Fireflies are the illumination. We are illumination. Spirit said we'll be illuminated in something, right? About something. But these fireflies are facing extinction due to habitat loss. Someone's lost their home. It's toxic there. And they're surrounded by artificial light. So they've lost their light. That's what it's showing. You've lost your light. You're surrounded by toxicity and artificial light. Best thing to do is what the ravens are telling you to. Look, you've got wings, fly. You have a very, very direct connection to the divine. We all do. That's where we came from. I don't know how you express yourself, maybe through gardening, maybe through painting, maybe through singing, maybe through dance, maybe through just your energy, healing. But you have the ability to create something beautiful. So right now, Spirit is saying to you that they want you to speak the words of the poet, sing the song, paint the images, dance the dance, but do something. Shape your dreams into reality. Don't let go of your dreams. Wasn't that a message that just came up? Right now, this is sacred magic that has come to sit next to you. Sacred magic. You are the magician. Shape it. Complete it. You began something. Finish it. Go out under the moon and speak. Have a moon bath. Allow the moon to fill you. Whatever it is that you're inspired to do, it might not make you rich, it might not make you extremely popular or wealthy, it may be very unpopular, but it's your soul's path, and you're being told to do what you came here to do. Complete your work and work hard and learn along the way. And understand that you're not just doing this for yourself, you're leaving a legacy. You're doing it for everyone. Tantric Union. This is interesting. My twin knows all about this. This is not about personal sexual satisfaction. This is about the energetic exchange. Giving, pleasing, healing. So when I said, men, that's how they express themselves. Not all, and it doesn't have to be the way you think. When you have been in the presence of your divine counterpart, and if it's not a twin soul for you, it might be your soulmate, but the one. All the other games and bullshit that went on with anyone else don't even enter your mind, because you have never felt sacred bliss until you've been in the presence of your divine counterpart. And nothing can ever compare to that or top it. That's when you know that you're connecting on every single level. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the wings, I just was told that I did. Yeah, I guess so, because they're mine, right? I did choose them. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the wings, Willow's not feeling well. She's eating her dinner and she's throwing it up constantly. I don't know. I'm hoping she's not going to go the way of Lily. I just heard she's not. Good. So the wings. So we got Jay, right? We did the mermaid spa. Did we do the mermaid spa? This is for this one. Yeah, Jay, you had all those. The mermaid spa had the Tantric Union. Okay. So now the wings. The wings are air element. It's the moon tree. There's the goddess again. And Fiona and the Unicorn, these two, they're a team. They both have sacred sight. They work together. Look how devoted he is to her. He's not even looking at anything else, just her. And what's interesting is his eyes and her eyes, they're the color of love, the flowers that she's holding. She's holding the flowers in front of her, just kind of staring off. But her eyes are reflecting the same love. When these ones come forward, they are gifting you with sacred sight. You're going to be here again. Here's the, similar to the wisdom of the owl. It's about your third eye opening. See the diamond horn and then her diamond antennae. But the diamond horn, that's piercing the veil. These ones, the white unicorns, twins, even though they look different, right? They still have the same job. They help us choose between what's polluted and what's beautiful and pure. Sometimes it can be tricky, right? They allow you to align with your true third sight. Now, how can you help yourself? By drinking alkaline water to decalcify any gunk that's clogging up your third eye. All the sprays that go in the chemtrails in the air and who knows else what they're doing or what you're eating or not eating, or the people that are around you, the toxicity, right? So right now, your intelligence, your intuitive intelligence is expanding, and sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's scary, sometimes it's upsetting. You might get flashes. Like I said, I all of a sudden was remote viewing and I was like, wow, or I just showed up where my twin was. I had no idea that I was going to see what I saw. But at this time, you're able to see behind closed doors, possibly. You might be able to remote view just by closing your eyes. You'll be shown something. You might be able to see auras, or the energies around you. This is a time, this is awesome, I love this, when your gifts are opening. She's also speaking to you about learning the secret language of crystals. Why? They're all around me. Oh, they're in the sink. I won't go get them now. I've got a whole handful of crystals that I picked up when I was on the farm the other day. That's funny, when I was holding them on the ground, you could see they were very clear. They were beautiful. They were almost like a gold. But when I get them in the house, they just looked like they weren't as beautiful. They were more beautiful outside. They had their energy out there. So orbs, we've all seen orbs, right? We've seen them floating around my head. I've seen them floating around in my eyes. You know what? I saw them the other day just kind of dancing around. So orbs are other things that you might start to see. Sometimes Spirit lets everybody see them so that you can know that it's really there, right? Don't tell your kid that they're not seeing what they think they're seeing, because they are. So if you have not begun to go through this cleansing for your third eye, there's a process that's beginning at this time. I told you that tears are cleansing, right? There's a cleansing that needs to take place to detoxify so that you're able to see what you're meant to see. So while you're going through this time, now think about this, while you're going through a time where you might be very emotional, while your third eye is being cleansed, my cat's trying to get in the door, right? Spirit is the cat, trying to get in the door. The door's closed, so we need to open up the door. Come on, I know it was you. In and out, right? You want in, you want out, you want in, you want out. Because what happens, we get our ego gets involved, and we stop thinking with our heart and we start thinking with our head. Then we mess each other up, right? Stay very hydrated with alkaline water. Drink a lot of water, because you're going to be cleansing your third eye. If you could get to a power center, power place, it would be a good idea. When I was on the farm, I was hit by a vortex, and it knocked me off my feet. I couldn't get my balance for about 3 minutes, which is, I've never experienced something that long. I don't know if it was a positive energy that I felt or a negative. It didn't feel good to me. But I'm looking up at Archangel Michael in Sedona. He's on the mountains. And if you could get to a power place, it would help you. if you could work with crystals, allow yourself to allow which crystal is important for you. So, I see you, baby. I've got Crazy Lace Agate. I've got my Dreamstone. I've got Aventurine. I've got Moonstone. I've got Jet. I've been told to keep Jet around me because I'm having, again, issues with ones who kind of mess around with their psychic garbage. So I keep the Jet here. I've got Black Kyanite. I was asked to keep Black Obsidian, also for protection. I've got Amazonite. I've got Turquoise. I've got Sodalite. Rutilated Quartz, Fluorite, Desert Rose, Lapis Lazuli, Shaman Stone, Tiger Eye, Dalmatian Jasper, Hematite, Pyrite, Rose Quartz, Serpentine, Mookite, the one that, okay, after all of them, I go through all of them, and they said something about Serpentine. This is interesting. Maybe this needs to be with Sammy. It's got Ocean Jasper, Serpentine, and Muscovite Mica with Clear Quartz Crystal. I see you, baby. I see you. What they told me. The Shaman Stone, because this is like a river of dreams. I love rivers. If you look in the Shaman Stone, this is Lololite, Lodolite, or the Garden Stone. Different names that it's called. The Sacred Journey Stone. See the incredible Canadian forest with the river running through it. One side is Canada, the other side is the United States. And then Fulgurite. This is a lightning strike. When lightning strikes the sand, it solidifies the sand. This literally holds lightning. Pretty powerful, right? So the shaman, the Sacred Journey Stone, the forest, and the desert. I just heard the grid. Balance the grid. That's what I need to do on that farm. Balance the grid with these two stones. Interesting. Did you hear that? Okay, so these are things that are happening for you. You're gonna get visions possibly. This is fun. I love it when we get this message. You're gonna start creating things. They're gonna be inspired. And you're not going nuts. You're not going crazy. You know, I wish there had been somebody around like me when I had my awakening and I was going through all the crazies. Literally thought I was losing my freaking mind. And if they start coming too fast, the messages start, you just say, you need to slow down. Spirit, slow down. Slow down. It's coming too fast. I was told that. I was warned about that, but I didn't want it to slow down. I wanted to know. I wanted to see as much as I could, as fast as I could. That's my thing. I always want to go too fast. But if I had slowed down, I would have seen more. I got myself discombobulated. And so I do ask Spirit now, slow it down. It's too much. I don't need to be, you know, a superhero. I'm helping enough. I don't want life to be miserable and difficult. I want it to be fun, playful and joyful and uplifting for everybody else too. I don't want to have to scare everybody when you have gifts, right? You got to learn how to manage them. So the next message that comes out is the moon tree. Connecting with the divine goddess, which is, again, instead of choosing with your head, you're going to choose with your heart, with your feelings, right? This is you choosing to tap into the goddess energy, which is kindness, compassion, love, mercy, gentleness. I just heard the gentle art of persuasion. And the tree, get yourself freaking grounded. I'm looking at myself. I'll show you. I'll show you why. This is interesting. Sodalite, these are my favorite, right? Like a favorite pair of jeans. I love Sodalite. It's calming energy. It's peaceful for me. Okay, see these earrings? There I am, the divine goddess. Right? There you are. So you're being meant. You're being meant. Why are my words like this? You know what I'm looking at right now that I've never seen before? See her blue earrings, right? That's what I was talking about. They could have been lapis lazuli. They could have been feathers. I've got blue feathers like that. But today they were sodalite. On top of this moon tree, there's a blue whale. Do you see him up there? That's a blue whale. The whale always, I'm not even gonna go deep into it. You can do it yourself. But the whale is also always talking about honoring your true soul's path. Always. So with this moon tree, an idea is gonna come to mind, an old idea. Your soul's path, what your thought was. Here it comes. It's coming to mind, right? You already had something in mind. Now it turned into a blue jay. Because the reason this is coming now, the conditions are right. And we are aligned. You are aligned with your true north, your true star, your heavenly star. Spirit wants you to love this idea. They want you to nurture it like you would a garden. Fill it with love and positive energy. And the results are going to be spectacular. So the oak, at one time, even the mighty oak was once just a little unicorn, right? But we all got to start somewhere. So if it's your project, if it's a relationship, if it's an idea, if it's a business. My dad started with $50 in the bank, and within weeks, he multiplied, just went up from there, right? Spirit's already telling you you're going to be successful with this idea. So like this giant oak, this is a great oak. Look how huge that is. That's like you would dance around that maypole. It's strong, and its branches are so tall that they're reaching the moon itself. They're connecting. And they are your branches. This is you, your energy. This is us branching out. Think of ourselves as trees. We stand tall and strong, and for a long time, if we spread our roots out to our soul tribe, to our soul family, right? To the United Collective, to spirit. This one is reaching up into the moon, up into the heavenly realm, to be nourished by this energy, love, healing, peace, understanding, compassion, forgiveness. This message is also speaking about a divine marriage, a union. It could be you connecting with your highest self. It's you clearly connecting earth and spirit together. But it is a sacred union. And through this sacred union, something amazing is born, something beautiful. For those who chose the S or the 5, significant change moving through your life at this time, good idea to call upon Spirit for help with these changes, but it's always for the better, so it's going to be okay. So, it isn't a surprise that I've been seeing the whale a lot, right? And here you come again, the killer whale, where I grew up. Your Akashic records are open to you at this time. You are being flashed forward and back. I have been experiencing this for the last couple of months. More than that, 3 months now. Past lives, going back to Australia, I've been back and forth. I've been into the future many times, but I've also gone up into the cosmos. Whoa! So we lose our balance. That's why it's so important to balance the grid. Make a grid. It's a space, a sacred spaced bar, and they cross each other, right? The world, the earth has a grid, ley lines that cross. So balance the grid. Grid balancing is the term used to describe the task utilitarian companies have of supplying the correct amount of electricity to the grid. Oh. All right, balance the energy, right? Balance your grid so that you aren't sending too much of a charge out to overwhelm. But you're sending enough through the water, through the trees, through the forest, to the rivers. Water is the greatest conductor of energy. I am actually a human divining rod. My body finds water. I walked to the water on her property right away. I kept being pulled to it because I come from Atlantis. So in Sedona, where did I find these lightning strikes? In the wash, where the water was, right? So the Akashic records are open to us at this time. Whatever your purposes are now, the whole library is open. So we all have different gifts. We've all experienced different lifetimes where we've learned things. And many of us are aware that we are astral travelers, and we go out into the cosmos, and we are from we're different star seeds, right? I am. So all of these are opening up now. We have the ability to see what's going on. The whole earth is undergoing a massive shift and change. This is a magical year. It's our responsibility to help heal what we've destroyed. But there's always a renewal. So everything in the ocean and everything on the land is our responsibility. The animals, the plants. Interesting aspect of the fact that this message is showing us the orca, the killer whale, 1, 2, 3, and she is the 4th one. The killer whale is not the hunted. The killer whale is the hunter. And the killer whale people, the star people, will return to this place. And the world is going to be a blend of so many. There's going to be peace. There's going to be harmony. This world is not going under. So there's a great initiation that's going on, and we're being observed. We were shown. We were getting messages from afar. This is her watching. We're being observed. People have said that. They felt that energy, right? But they're saying now that the lines that we cross balance the grid. Wow, balance the grid. The crossing point is happening soon. My friend Ryan goes all over the world and balances the grid. I gotta call him. Wow. So it's integrating everything, right? Our DNA, cleansing our auric field. I've had a lot being spoken to me about knowing how to protect my auric field, right? Why my energy was able to be leached from me by some ridiculous person doing like black magic. How did that happen? Because I didn't protect my auric field, because I'd been floating around out in this solar system and didn't realize that when I came back through, it tore. It's like a time warp, right? It's quite a lot of pressure to go through. So right now, if this is a message you chose. So the whales are the ones that are giving you the keys. I told you, I listen to the whales at night. I don't know what they're telling me, but they're talking. They bring back the times of Lemuria and Atlantis and all of the secrets and the past lives and all the animals and organisms that were, and that actually I know so many remain sleeping at this time, but they aren't going to stay asleep. Your message is that you are a keeper. You're a gatekeeper of a lot of mysteries, galactic mysteries, and you are connecting with your star people, your star language. They're here to help. Because remember, they're the ones who brought the dolphins. Remember I said this is the only place that has all of these animals? But they brought the dolphins. And look how beautiful and pleasant and helpful and gentle and peaceful. They're not aggressive in any way. They're Palladian. So Spirit's asking you to listen to the songs of the dolphins and the whales so that they can fill you in on the ancient secrets. The ancient ones are trying to speak to you. I've had the ancient ones speak to me in Sedona, the grandmother, but these are the animals talking again. The stars too, right? When I flew back to Wisconsin the last time, it was very dark and very late. I couldn't sleep. And I saw a star cluster. They told me at the time who it was. I looked out and I couldn't believe I was looking at that. I could see it. It was like a home base. So Spirit's asking you right now, if this is resonating for you, to go and spend some time connecting to the stars. Ask that they connect with you in easy, loving, healthful, peaceful ways. Right now, if you have got a problem physically that you are trying to work through, deal with, a challenge, the whales are telling you that if you listen to their song, they'll heal you. Because what they can do is they can take you mentally out without taking you through what I've been through. You don't have to physically leave the planet. Ask them just to take you with you. Travel with them in your mind, and they can seal and repair any of the wounds or tears in our auric or our energy field. Is there energy being leached out? Have you been feeling drawn, tired, not unable to get up past where you're at? So what they do is they fix your DNA, they work with you, they bring about a healing to you. That's why they're taking you. They're taking you away from here, where all the toxicity is. And then when they return you, the parts of your soul that were damaged, will be renewed. Hi, baby. Should we call on them and ask them to help you? Yeah? Should we ask them to help you with your anxiety? With your skin? So here's a message. Have you been astral traveling? Have you been asking for assistance with your auric field and your energy field? Maybe you have been traveling, you've been doing all kinds of spiritual warfare, spiritual work, healing, just traveling around, seeing different planets, different things, traveling back and forward. Enjoying it so much. It's funner to be out there than be here, but not recognizing that you hadn't balanced your grid and your energy field has been compromised. Whale sounds will help you. So, the last message, did I not have one? The moon tree, right? That's what we had, the moon tree. Right? No. Moon tree was with Fiona and the Unicorn. Okay, here's yours. Mine. Soulmate. Embrace. When you hold thoughts and feelings of love about your soulmate, you heal them. See how joining together, when they connect, it forms a heart? that energetic field, and then it leaves and it comes back and goes through her body, healing her. Look how she's renewed. Gone through the mud, but bursting into life. Having a moon bath, looking up at look at everything that's there, the divine masculine, forward movement, energetic vibration, lifting high, connecting with your goddess energy, your soft, gentle, intuitive, receptive energy. This is asking you to stay in a space of receptivity because you deserve to receive. You're going to receive. Allow yourself to be nurtured and held. Allow yourself to receive all of the blessings. You've worked hard, you've struggled through the mud, and you kept leaning into the light, leaning into spirit. She's open. Heart is open. Head thrown back. No fear. Connecting. Wow. So the soulmate, if we'd only just gotten the first one, I would have said, you know, your first relationship, important relationship is with yourself. But two came out, right? Love. Everyone wants love. Love is the greatest gift. Love is all there is. Love is creation. Love is alive. Love is everything. And when love calls you, you go. You go. She's responding to love. Everybody responds to love. And right now you're being told that somewhere there is another that's longing for you, this one, that wants that embrace. Their heart is filled with longing, just like yours. And all of that longing will soon turn to joy when you meet with your soulmate. Until then, you meet in your dreams. Then I ask for them to be lucid, please. If you're already with your soulmate, you're very blessed. Stay in a space of gratitude and treasure how precious that is, because so many of us don't have our soulmate with us. Not in the physical. Be grateful for that incredible gift that you have. Don't take it for granted. And embrace. An embrace is so healing. A hug, incredibly healing. So there's a few messages in this. There's an opportunity. And the osprey showed up today. I said several times, saying an opportunity is coming. So there is an opportunity coming your way. But in order for you to grab onto this opportunity, you're going to have to love, accept, and embrace all the aspects of yourself. Because if love comes calling and you don't feel deserving, or you're in your ego, it's going to be a missed opportunity. We don't want that. What are the things that you don't like about yourself? The things that you try to hide from other people. We have been raised to think and believe and understand that it's either good or it's bad. But there's always a flip side of the bad. There's always good on the other side. For every negative quality or action or state of being that you find about yourself, find two positives, because you can. When you start recognizing that, you start being so hard on yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself, right? Because everything serves a purpose in a reality. I talked too fast. I was constantly, my attention was diverted, right? I was like a squirrel. But I speak very quickly, and I have to look all around. I have to notice all the details. It works in my work. People pay by the minute, right? And if we can learn to love and accept the negative and the positive of ourselves, then we'd be more generous with doing so with someone else, right? Because then what happens? You bring a balance. to your own personal grid. Okay, so at 1 hour and 30 minutes, we're gonna call this a wrap because I was supposed to have an early evening. I hope that this has been beneficial for you. I know it has been for me. It was good for me. It was like, I got a little bit of a warning, right? Good, you know? Dance all your anger out. If you're mad, say it. Write it down, dance, get it away. But the whole point is to let it go, right? Don't get stuck there. You know, in that sad place, don't get stuck in that mad place. Don't get stuck in that. Ask yourself, why am I behaving this way? Why am I doing this? Why does that matter? Why do I care what anybody else thinks? I've never been embarrassed to say I'm sorry. I've never been embarrassed to say how I feel. Not since I woke up, anyway. So I would encourage you to do the same. I gotta put Willow's necklace on her. She hasn't been wearing it for a while. She's not feeling well. Maybe this is why. This is sodalite and lapis lazuli. Truth stone, communication stone, butterfly. Okay, you guys, I love you. If I can help you with a private reading, I would love to. I love teaching and I love doing my readings. My website is www.theangelswhisper.com. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. Please click like, and if you have to push the all button, or you might not. Apparently, that's what they were saying, is that if you don't press the all button, you might be notified, you might not. I love your comments. It's really cool to connect with people all over the place, right? And share. And I love noticing how other people start paying attention. Oh, I saw this bird, or I saw this. Oh, you just mentioned that. Oh, and then when I don't see things and other people point them out, I love that. It's great. So, it's time to relax. Speak your truth, even if just, you know what? Start by speaking out loud to the one that you're having a difficult time communicating with. Talk to them. Tell them all the things that you would say if they were standing right in front of you. It's not all going to be good, right? Sometimes, and just because somebody gets mad doesn't mean they don't love you. You can't stuff feelings. But everybody has a different way of looking at things, right? You might be going along thinking you're doing it all great and not understanding how somebody else might be perceiving it. I got that today. I got the message. I was doing a chat for my work, and the message I got was, it was misunderstood. Don't ever assume anything. Ask. And don't listen to other people. Go to the source yourself. There's somebody that has been saying to another, I wouldn't bother. Oh, don't, I wouldn't go there. No, don't. It's a female. Don't go there. Nah, you know how that is? I mean, I'm just telling you, right? Coming across as a friend and they're not a friend. And they have been discouraging someone from communicating. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. No, I know, I've been there. Don't listen to other people. If Spirit tells you, they'll tell you what to do. Like they just told me. It's gonna be a long reading. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the wings, what is the message? For those who chose the wings, what is the message for those who chose the wings? Please do not be afraid to call me. Wow. You listen to Spirit. You don't listen to other people. Oftentimes people have their own hidden agenda and you're not even aware of it. It's your most trusted friend. You hurt me. This is to the ones who chose the mermaid sign. You hurt me. I'm sorry. Those who chose the J, teach me how to please you. Show me. Tell me. And those who chose, you are the love of my life. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the mermaid sign. They chose you already. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the wings, get a checkup now. And it's time to quit that job. For those who chose the J, they are gay. They are gay. They treasure you like no other. Those who chose the S, neutrality on all levels. The reason the friend has given misleading information or misleading, manipulative encouragement or discouragement is because they are gay. There's a reason, there's something going on there. Stop being so arrogant and show some humility. Correct for neutrality on all levels. We done? No? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Guess we're going one more round. Are we done? No, I guess we're going one more round. Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the mermaid sign, please be kind. They are in pain, and even though you can't see it, but they're in pain. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the angel wings, friends with benefits, no more. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the J. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I'm just organizing because I have OCD. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Works well for me. Oh, yeah, it sure does. Success is assured. And I am lying to you. I want us. Is somebody lying to themselves? Am I lying? No, because I make it very clear, don't I? Those who chose the S. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the S. Now, this is you or others in your life, right? Messages to you, messages from you. One last message. For those who chose the S. Would you consider moving to be with me? Yes. All right, that's it. Love you. Bye.